double those dice.
Hello, hello, hello. We're back for session 37,
Hello.
Tale of Two Brothers. We left
Double
off
dice.
in quite a precarious state last session, I think. So, without further ado, session 36 recap. The party heard the cannon and saw a windmill smash across the bay as you were on the outskirts of Shadeswallow. As this happened, the party discussed what to do next. After taking a closer look at the middle ship, Darian, you realised it was a ship you'd heard about before, the Mad Hand, a vessel captained by a female captain called Orbu. Darren, you remembered that something about that the captain had been tortured, but nothing more. Different ideas were floated around the party before Blue, you decided to transform into a weasel and use Hawkeen again and flew around the bay. You looked closely at two of the ships and saw there was about 30 figures on deck at that point, holding lanterns and things like that. Whilst Blue was flying off, Z and Glath had a chat, and Glath asked Z why she had a bounty on her head. Kaya, you also made some good berries and offered them to Boone and Glath. And Kaya, you told Glath about why you were on Osrock. She also said she put in a good word with Gavin, the shipbuilder. Darian, you had a little bit of a scout and saw in the distance that there were some pirates looting crates outside a house before one was backhanded by a larger figure in the darkness. Saber, you took a moment, decided to pray to Tyr and ask for information about Ulrich Mock, the druid that had gone missing. During this act, Saber, you felt the weight of something land on your shoulder and discovered it was Squawkson. When you open your eyes, and Squawkson was desperately trying to catch a bumblebee. You helped catching the bumblebee, and when Squawkson climbed onto your forearm, you slapped him into a tree, breaking his front arm, leg. I don't really know what Squawkson's anatomy is. Kaya, you immediately went to the aid of Squawkson, and when Saber tried to cure wounds on Squawkson, Squawkson bit Saber's finger. The whole time this was happening, the bumblebee didn't leave Saber's hand. Kaya used some of your magic to communicate with Squawkson to hear a stream of profanity before turning your attention to the bee. The bee told Kaya that they had retreated to save the druid, and it began to vibrate and buzz in Saber's hand, vibrating more when Saber faced in the direction of the coast road. When Blue returned, the party moved out, leaving Hawkeen with Glath and Bloon in a tree.
Blue.
Moved stealthily up the coast, saw figures of pirates on the docks, pushing someone into the sea and dragging them back onto the dock. You also saw the vacant dry dock with a built ship, only missing its sails. The party continued to follow the bee up the coast as the ground began to slope upwards. You began to hear noises of movement and talking from the top of the hill. Z and Darian told the party to hang back and, using a line of lavender, began to sneak up the hill. At the top you saw this massive cave entrance and these pirates stoking fires at the entrance of the cave, creating big plumes of black smoke that were being sucked into the cave. Reporting this back to the party, Z asked Darian to disguise himself as a old sea captain called Drash, and you guys pretended to have arrested Z. Blue, you expressed your concern about killing people and decided to hang back with the bee. Kaya and Saber, you misty stepped onto the cliff and snuck up on the pirates as Z and Darian approached. After a short conversation with a orc pirate, Z attacked. Saber and Kaya, you fired shots from the cliff at the human pirates. Darian killed the pirates, dumping their bodies on the fire. And Z brutally murdered the kilted orc. During the fight, a pirate tried to fire a weird arrow into the air, but was killed by Kaya before he could get a shot off. Blue, hearing the commotion, ran forward, summoned the girls to stop the retreating pirates. As the orc pirate's throat was ripped out, 2 of the pirates dived into the sea. Z shot one with a javelin, killing him instantly, but the other went unspotted. Blue, you turned into a snake and dived into the water and went searching for the last pirate, swimming in the direction of the closest ship. Z, you raged and also dived into the water, checking the bottom of the cliffs when you landed to check that you hadn't just stayed on the cliff. Darren, you went in to investigate the tent and found an old human man bound to a wooden torture chair. He's badly hurt, covered in tiny cuts, and both his eyes were forced shut by bruising. After freeing the man, he told you his name was Ulrich, before transforming into a bee and headed out of the tent. In the sea, Blue, you saw a pirate climbing the side of the ship up a rope and flung himself over the bars before the ship began to turn to port. And that's where we pick up tonight's session. Can I have you all roll me a d20?
4.
17.
18.
10.
Okay. Z. Bobbing around in the sea. It's cool water. Waves are it's quite rough. Not to the point where it's sort of cresting waves, but sort of you're rising and falling in the water. You can see Blue in the distance swimming away from you. And you can see the ship beginning to turn. You're sort of like at the bottom of the cliffs.
So, can Z duck dive first to try and locate, see if she can see 2 bodies at the bottom? And yeah, see if there's 2 bodies at the bottom.
Cool. You duck dive. Give me a perception check.
That is 22.
22.
Nice.
You duck dive. Your vision goes for, I think it's 60 feet. It's a dark vision. 60 feet. As your eyes sort of adjust to the water, they sting slightly because of the salt, but you can just through the murky water see like an sort of like half torso, but it's not half as in like legs gone. It's sort of like half the top of a torso, sort of like bobbing, emitting like puffs of little bits of blood and viscera, as it's sort of like in that perpetual motion of just it's too light to float. Too light to sink, but too not. Hang on, the other way around. It can't float and it can't sink. It's sort of just bobbing in the ocean.
Neutral, yeah. I'm guessing my javelin's not in it.
Javelin's disappeared, and this goes deep. You can't see the bottom.
There's a couple of unlucky fish as well.
So Z will just come back up to the surface and swim along the coast to where the cliffs shallow out. Shallow out?
It gets shallower.
Get lower.
Cool. You begin doing that. Can't remember who rolled the second highest now.
Me, 17.
Blue.
Blue, you're approaching the ship, probably
Yes.
60, 70 foot away from it. As a giant coral snake.
Yeah, I kill everyone immediately. Just mass kill word. No, I don't do that. Did I get a good look at this pirate jumping over the edge of the boat?
Just a figure. Just a silhouette, glinting like sword. Glinting sort of belt. Stuff on his belt glinting, but nothing like, no like visual,
So this wasn't.
No
I
visual
can't
cues.
discern if this was just a pirate going for an average swim or the pirate that fled us.
No.
Fled us? Okay. In that case, I'm gonna deem this unsalvageable for the moment and dive underwater and head back to the group.
Cool. Believe it was Tan next. No, the 10.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So,
You and Saber have climbed down, or you've misty stepped or face stepped with Saber, brought them onto level ground again. There's a few bodies smoking in the fires, and sounds have all died out of all the pirates as their last breaths have been spent. The girls are still there, still sort of roaming around. Don't see you as hostile at all. Yeah. What are you doing?
probably kind of morbidly, just sort of walking between the bodies, just making sure they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe firing the occasional arrow if I'm not entirely sure.
Give me an investigation check.
I think the wolves would be walking around with you as well if you needed them. So.
Oh, thanks. Not great. I'm not rolling so good today. It's just a 7.
Cool. You go through the bodies, just giving them a slight kick or poking them with an arrow to make sure that they are deceased, but none of them spring up and try to attack you. None of them make a move or
Cool.
sort of take
In
any
which
breaths.
case, then I'd probably just start heading over to Z. Oh, not to
Sort
Z, to the main
Tent, the cave.
the tent where the big one was. Yeah, the important one.
Okay. Yeah, you walk past this this orc on the floor who's still like got his hands clutched around its neck, where Z ripped the throat out of it. As you watch a bee fly out of the tent, as it flies in the direction sort of very almost drunkenly flying. It's not flying dead straight, it's sort of like swaying, dipping, almost dodging as it flies towards the cave. Yeah. I can't remember, Saber or Darian. Which one?
I got 4.
I think I got 6.
Cool. Saber,
Yes.
what are you up to?
I will. Do I see the bee with a 6?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, that's good. 19 plus whatever that perception is. Probably. No, scroll too far. There it is. Plus 5, so 24.
Is it?
24. Yeah, you definitely see the bee come out. You watch Kaya go through poking bodies and then watch this bee take flight in the direction of the cave.
Drunkenly come towards the cave. And Darian's still in the tent, is he?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to head towards the tent and ask Darian, is that my bee? Is that my bee that I found, or is that a new bee?
No, I believe that is the druid we're looking for. I don't. Isn't it? Yeah, he was tied up. Well, he was tied up to this not so nice contraption, as I point behind me, and yeah, he just questioned me a little bit and then turned into a bee and beed off.
Oh well, thank Tim, my prayers have been answered. We found him. That might make things a little different.
Did you see where he went? I wouldn't mind following him and see where he goes. To be honest,
He's headed towards the cave. Last I saw.
well, I'm just gonna start just straight going to the cave and seeing what the crack is down close to the fires.
I would like to see if there's anything of interest in the tent, like paperwork or anything that might give us information towards.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, let's see if I can do 2 in a row. No, investigation is +0, so that is a 9.
You go in, you see there's this, or poke your head through the tent flap. You see this, like, dentist chair made of wood, sort of, like, half reclined backwards. The legs, where your legs would lie, there's, like, a V, so that each leg is separated. At the ends of the table are these big metal shackles that are glowing, like a light blue colour. And also on the sides of the chair are also these like big shackles, still glowing with these weird runes. Yeah,
Do I see a way to release the shackles from the chair?
yeah. You could just, but they're just literally bolted onto the. There's like a bracket, like a metal loop.
Can I
You
grab
just-
them and put
Yeah.
them in my backpack?
Yeah, if you want to.
Cool. I'll save them for later.
Cool. You can spend some time. But give me. How are you planning to take these off? Are you sort of like trying to just rip them off the chair, break the chair, take them with you?
Can I? Well, I want to know if I can see a way that they just easily. Is there like a release or? I want to understand it before I can attempt it, if I can.
It's literally a metal bracket attached to the chair,
Right.
and then a chain is interlocked in that bracket,
Right.
and the chain is about as thick as your finger.
Okay.
So it's not a thin chain.
May I? Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm wondering. I don't think I'm going to get these shackles off, unfortunately. So I might just have to leave them behind.
For now.
You also see in the room there is a small wooden table, which is covered in a variety of different torture tools. There's big picks and very thin blades. There's a couple of teeth on the table, big blood splatters, lots of like blood-soaked rags. Not very nice pieces of equipment. There's like a bone saw in there, which thankfully is unused, but there's lots of different torture tools just scattered on this table.
So I know my new potential druid friend isn't in good shape, so I need to head out and look for the bee as well.
Okay. Darian, you are also heading out in search of the bee. Straight for the cave.
Yeah. I'll kind of start working my way over to the cave entrance. I guess I'd see Kaya at this point, and I'd notice that actually probably the other two aren't there. And as I'm kind of walking to the cave, I'll ask Kaya, "Do you see where the other two went? What's happened to them two?"
Did I see them jump off the cliff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think they went for a swim.
Right. And I'll kind of like look at the cave entrance, and I'll like, look over at the cliff edge, and go, "What do we do? Should we go and just look into this cave, or should we try and get the other two first?"
Well, I don't know. I would say that I don't know about you, but if I jump into the sea, I'm not going to be any more help to them. I don't really have any other solution. I've got to hope that Z and Blue are both. Well, Z's very sensible, and Blue can transform into animals. So you've got to hope that they'd be able to look after themselves and that they sort of know what they were doing before they jumped. So
Somehow I don't know if that is the case.
No, but I don't think us jumping in is going to really help anything. So I think we're probably better just going after Saber and just clearing up this mess. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna just be like, I'll shrug my shoulders and be like, all right then, and I just dart off into the cave, and see what's going on.
As you turn to walk towards the cave, can I have Saber, Kaya, and Darian make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Not nice.
I thought we were friends.
I'm rolling like shit.
Yeah, I've rolled a shot.
Just lie.
I got a 12.
16.
7.
16? 7. Okay.
This is because I've had a couple of glasses of wine.
No, it's Alex.
can't roll.
Alex is joyful. I thought he rolled a 20 and then he went 16.
I am so happy with anything in double digits because
to be fair.
my rolling luck is the worst.
Okay. You guys,
Sorry,
as
carry on.
Darian turns, there is a bang, followed by another bang, and another bang, and another bang, as lots of consecutive booms go off.
Right,
You
get in the
hear-
cave!
You hear whizzing as something collides with the cliff and cave above you.
Oh no. Don't get in the cave.
Well,
Well,
which is it? In or out?
I don't know, I don't want to get stuck in there.
Saber, you see a cannonball fire directly over your head, hit the cliff and shatter, spraying shrapnel everywhere. You sort of duck and cover your eyes, but get hit by chunks of red hot metal. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Kaya and Darian, as you sort of
Double that.
look up, chunks of cave begin to rain down on you. You take 46 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh my dear God!
as the cave begins to crack and rupture. 46.
Being in the water's
Okay.
not looking too bad now, is it?
Okay, I can't do that right now. Oh, I can do a mass healing word.
Would you like me to, if I just clear the battlefield for you?
Are my wolves okay?
No. They're
Well,
all-
Oh, they're gonna have to
That's-
do a load of.
I'm sure
saves,
they're
aren't
really. I'm sure
Oh,
they're
okay.
way
They're all
more
the
Give me a
dexterous.
dexterity saving throw.
Just one.
Just one.
Let me see what a wolf's dex is. It's probably
In
pretty
fact,
good, right? +2.
+2. I don't
Yeah.
think they can save against
A
this, but we'll see.
22 can't save. How dare.
We need to take out those cannons. We can't be dealing with this.
They don't. Yeah,
We. Go on.
you watch as like the wolves around the cave. Everything begins to just gets hit by pieces of metal. It's 6 shots are fired in total. Let's just give you.
Is the cave entrance still? Is it still? What's the? Is that still accessible?
Yeah, still accessible. I don't know where Darian's gone on this map.
Oh, you just
Well-
deleted him. He was by the fires.
Oh, is he? There we go.
Just another pirate.
Yeah.
Cave's beginning to crumble as like pieces, big chunks of this cave are beginning to fall from the roof.
We should be far away from here as soon as possible.
All right then. Yeah. Let's just start. Let's just run as fast as we can back the way we came up. I guess.
Yeah.
With the bee can wait. I'm not messing around. Let's go. And I'm just gonna start booting it down back down the hill.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
running at me.
Same. I think. Try and look out to see if we can see anything. Regards, Blue and Z knocking around out there.
Cool. So you're running down the cliff, looking to the right
Yeah.
as you run.
Oh no. We should.
Should have gone inland.
Well, up the cliff, 30-foot cliff that we can't climb.
I was thinking maybe we
Misty
should have
steps
went in the
onto.
cave.
I don't know. It's full of smoke.
It's full of smoke. Oh, I mean, I'm happy to concede. Can I cast? Can I
We've made the
cast
decision now. Well, I've made
healing
my
word
decision
on the
now.
way? Mass healing
It's up
word.
to you.
No,
You can change your mind. I'm not going to I haven't narrated what's going to happen next. If you want to run in the cave, you run in the cave.
Now I feel like you're like trying to coerce me into going into the cave.
Well,
Let's just. No, you know what? I'm sticking with my first instinct. I'm just running. Yeah,
Tell you what,
running.
Straight into that cave.
I'll cut back. I'll cut back to you if you want to think about it. Blue and Z, you would see the ship turn, and then 6 big, loud bangs, puffs of smoke coming out of large cylindrical metal objects pointing over the side of the boat.
I wonder what those could be. Yeah, well, I guess I could go back, but I don't. I'm just going to dive and kind of do what Z did. Not that I know if I see her or not, I probably don't, but I'm just going to go down, not too directly where the cannons are firing, like a little bit off, and then hope that my friends have also retreated, and then I will try and meet up with them on a retreat.
Okay, so you're swimming back to shore.
Yes, but I am like diving at parts for, as long as I can hold my breath for, which I imagine is like a minute or so. So I've got moving and action.
It's to do with your cons, but you got enough to. You could swim like underneath the water for long enough. Cool, that's fine. And Z, what are you up to?
Exactly. So still, I would have worked. She would have swam along the cliff to find where it shallows out, and then she would have started trying to get out and making her way up to where the rest of the party was.
Okay, cool. Amazing. I need Constitution saving throw from Z. And that's it for the second.
18.
18, cool.
Rolling good tonight.
Awesome. And a perception check as well. Why not? And Blue, you can give me a perception check as well.
What do I see?
I shouldn't have said anything. 6.
16.
16, cool. As you guys swim away, going back down the coast, Blue, you spot some familiar looking legs in front of you, sort of swimming away from you in the darkness.
Are they...
It's Z.
Okay. I was gonna say, who else could it be? I mean, this is my neck of the woods, to be fair, so... okay, yeah, I don't want to alarm Z. I guess I will swim up beside them, like, within a decent amount, and then just, be up. And just swim back, somewhat offering a ride, I guess. I don't know how I would convey that message, but... but I'm swimming alongside, probably a little faster than you.
Yeah. Sort of powering your way through the water, and then popping up for air every so often. Cool. The 2 of you swim back to shore.
Yes, sir.
3 of you up top.
Okay.
Running, going in the cave. Last opportunity.
Daniel's a rabbit in the headlights. He's kind of like not really knowing what way to go, and he's kind of looking at his two friends and being like, "What the hell's going on?"
I think the cave is a bad idea.
I think the cave's a good idea because it's where the druid is.
Does the cannon fire drop in the land or whatever put out any of the fires?
Yeah, I would say it's like one of the fires has got completely crushed by a big boulder and it's just since gone out. Like there's like small little bits of smoke coming up from around it. The whole ground is vibrating around you. Is like the cave was shot. Yeah.
So
Darren's
going full on into the cave. He's going in.
Yeah, I'd go in the cave too.
Well, I'm not going to stand out here like 11.
You can run down the beach if you want, Saber. We're going in the cave.
I'm pretty, yeah.
No, I'm coming with you.
Nice.
Cool.
I like the sound of that. Let's go. I just bolt into the cave and hope that there's nothing in there that wants to kill us.
Cool.
that
I
can't kill us.
need one last dexterity saving throw from you guys, and I need it with advantage.
Oh,
God, no.
oh that is shite.
Nice. Mine's not bad. Mine is a 21.
Mine was a nat 20.
I'm probably going to
20. And
14.
Half.
14. Okay. It's not bad.
So 22. Oh
If you
no,
rolled over
26
20. Oh,
for saving
Sorry,
throw.
Alex.
Okay, it's fine.
He's doing math.
Kaya, you sprint past. Oh, sorry. Darian sprints ahead. Kaya straight after. Saber, indecisive, runs in. Saber, the bee that was your guide, flies up towards you, and immediately as you enter the cave, flies away from you as you hear cracking as the ceiling begins to come down. You hear more bangs go off behind you as more shots are fired. Saber, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as
thank
a small rock hits you on the shoulder and sort of knocks you off balance as you run sideways towards a wall for a couple of seconds and carry on running straight. Kaya, you expertly pick your way through the debris at the bottom of this cave, looking up and moving out in and out of things. You take no damage. And Darian, you also take 7 points of damage as you scuff yourself on the floor, stand up, and carry on running. The next volley of shots hit around the cave as the cave entrance collapses, and you guys are left in darkness.
3
Now,
HP.
for you three,
the dream.
you can all see in the dark.
yes.
As you hear
Yes.
the ground shaking, dust, you're covered in rock dust. Occasional bits of smaller stones and pebbles are falling from the roof. And all of you is feeling slightly sticky.
All right. Well,
Darkness.
we're not going back that way, but the smoke
No.
was being sucked in here by another entrance somewhere else. I'm sure of that. But I think we should keep moving in and try and find another way out. And then we need to find Blue and Z because they're out there with those cannons going off.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I would like to cast Prayer of Healing while we're walking along.
That'd be lovely.
So are we just in a big cavern at the minute? What are we? We're all
What do
sticky.
you see?
Your eyes become adjusted to this. You go from being almost lit by torches and fires now to proper darkness. This is now not a little bit dark. This is pitch black. So you're in this grayscale effect of your eyes as you're staring around. You can see that everything behind you,
Yes.
20, 30 foot back towards the now blocked cave entrance. The walls are all sticky, but they've all been carved away. And as you look further into it, you can see that there is old honeycomb coating wall, ceiling, across this cave. There's large rocks inside the cave coming out of the floor, just where they're naturally formed, and all of these surfaces are covered in old honeycomb. It's still sticky with honey.
Darren's going to stick his finger in a bit of honey and take a little lick of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, just quickly. I've just rolled my Prayer of Healing die. It is a
Nice.
+2 on that, so it's 15 points of healing
Oh,
for
15.
us
Okay,
three.
nice.
Yeah, there's meant to be a +2 on there.
Lovely. Okay. Thank you very much.
Cool. Sorry. Let's see how this honey kills Darian. I mean,
It tastes very sweet honey, but it's not the best quality. It's almost almost between clear and set honey. It's that cloudy stuff. It's not
Bless
quite
you.
Thank you.
perfect. Bless you.
Thank you, sorry.
Doesn't kill you though. Doesn't poison you.
Nice.
Not yet.
Well, I'm going to appreciate the sweetness on my lips, and and oh yeah, and yeah. Well, I'm just going to start looking for any sign of life. Is there like I don't know the druid or just anyone else, and also at the same time just looking for some sort of exit. I guess. I don't know what the other two are thinking.
Give me an investigation check. Saber's casting that. Kyra, is there anything you want to do while you're here?
I feel like there almost definitely is. I've just been looking through my things, trying to work it out.
18 on the old investigation.
Yeah, I would. I just don't know. I might just wait and see what happens with Darian's stuff first.
Yeah, it's okay. So you look around, Darian. The cave itself shrinks as it goes towards the back. And you see right at the back of the cave, there's like long sections of honeycomb that jut out of like a small opening at the back of the cave. It's probably about 3 foot circle. It touches the floor, so still you can walk on the ground, but it's like a 3 foot hole, and there's like big jutting long sort of rectangles of honeycomb jutting out.
I'm going to call out. So what was this? What was the druid's name again? Ulrich.
Ulrich.
Is it Ulrich. Ulrich. Are you here? Anyone here?
Cool. You shout out. It bounces around the cave, echoing, and you hear it echo down this tunnel. Nobody replies, but you begin to hear like soft humming and buzzing sound coming from the tunnel.
And I'll ask to the other two. Do you hear that? Can you hear that as well?
You can all hear it.
Yeah. I'm hoping they're friendly. Can anyone talk to them?
I can if we rest for a long time.
I don't know that we've got 4 hours before they get here.
Oh.
I mean, it does seem pretty safe in here. You can just cozy up, have a little rest, and wait for the other two to find us.
Okay,
We-
people now.
I said we probably do need to find the others, and we don't want to risk whoever it is coming in getting us. So I think we should at least try and find out. We know that at least one of them is a man, or is able to be a man. So
That's true. Let's keep heading in, I say.
yeah, I think so. I think we just
Yeah,
keep
let's
going.
do that, and we'll just head on deeper into the cave system.
Cool. You head towards the honeycomb. As you guys enter this like tunnel, you're either having to like hands and knees on it, or like really hunch up to get yourselves through this cave. The two sides and the roof are all sticky with honey. The floor is only a bit that's sort of not. And as you crawl through this tunnel, it seems to go on for, say, a minute before things start to change. You begin to see these large, like, mushrooms growing out of the floor. Large, flat mushrooms, well, almost flat. They sort of like the edges curve upwards, and there's like a small hole in the center of the top. They are sort of an orangey, yellowy color, and you can see like small pools of honey is pooling at the top of the mushrooms, and you're sort of having to like crawl over them as you go through. They are, say, this wide, about that tall off the ground. Yeah, go through.
Yeah, I want to be careful not to knock any over or damage any if I can help it.
Cool. Okay.
Darian was thinking about eating one. Seeing what, asking Kaya if they're edible, but
Yeah.
if she has any. But I'll probably not do that. Actually, I'll just keep going.
Do it. Eat it.
I mean,
I can always-
Are you hungry? I've still got a couple good berries left. I'm just not sure we should be eating strange mushrooms.
Oh no, I'm just thinking of just in case we've got to live a whole life down here. You know, making sure we've got a good food source. We've got, you know, I'm preparing for the worst, and if so, we've got food down here. We can make a life down here. I'm sure we can make friends with the bees, the ones that are left.
It's a little pessimistic if I'm being completely honest. Because, you know, we do have to get back because, you know, there's still quite a lot of people depending on us.
Well, they don't even know we're here, so depending on us or not.
Yeah, but
I don't mind.
We've still got a certain somebody inside of an amulet who might get a little cross if we just decide to stay in a cave forever.
Yeah, why? Maybe we could ask him for some help. He might know.
Kaya's just gonna keep walking, trying to get to these bees because she's not having it. She's not indulging it. She's off.
Yeah, no. Darian is being very
yeah.
with his remarks, but he is deep down. He is thinking that might be the case, that he might have to do this. But he follows. He still reluctantly follows.
Cool. Saber, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you just so mean. Oh, that's a 18.
Yeah, you expertly sort of arms outstretched, legs outstretched, like crawl over the top of these mushrooms as you like. The others aren't too worried about touching them, but you're setting your ways of not wanting to disturb them. Don't touch them at all as you go through this cave.
Perfect. They might be important to whoever lives here, and I don't want to damage them. What if the bees get mad at us for, you know, trampling on their homes?
That's fair enough. No, you're a very conscientious man.
I don't think bees live in mushrooms.
I don't think men normally turn into bees either.
Rude.
Well, ask Blue that. I mean, he's got that capability soon-ish. Depends on when we level up. I don't know.
If ever, at this point, really.
Sorry for being rude. Just a little edgy that we might not get out of here at all ever, Kaya.
Don't worry,
No,
we've got a
we'll
whole
get
life down here. Don't worry, Saber.
We'll get out.
I'm sorting out a lifestyle down here already. We'll have our own little job, little communities, everything.
If you sort of go further down this tunnel, you begin to see bees, honeybees. They're flitting across the honeycomb. Some of them capping sections of it. Some of them sort of either capping sides or like moving and attending to larvae on the other side. As they just like fly around you. Give me an insight check. All of you can do this.
Fantastic. Not touching you.
14. Sorry.
I got a 16.
Cool. And Kaya, sorry, you got
10.
10. Okay.
So it's not my one.
Darian,
Oh no,
you
sorry,
got
13. Sorry.
13. Okay. Well, in which case you'd all see this then. You saw one of the bees, one bee fly past your head, like all of you. It's like skirts its way down through, lands on a section of the honeycomb and begins to dance. Does a little dance with its legs, shakes its large posterior.
Darren will get his flute out and start doing a little tune with it.
You can begin to start playing. Give me a performance check.
Yes.
12.
That is a 16.
16. You begin to play your flute, and it takes you sort of wait a couple of seconds, watch the rhythm of the dance, and then play along to the dance. As you see, one bee starts, then more bees start, then more and more. As you notice that all the
Flash
bees
mob.
around you begin to dance.
Darren would totally
As the-
think that he's purely started this. He thinks that he's the main reason why this is happening. Obviously.
As these bees begin to dance and things, you see more bees coming up the tunnels. You hear buzzing and swarming coming up. They surround you at one point and just completely ignore you and fly to the sides, but they buzz around your head, land on you. As they all sort of move to the sides, you see on the left-hand side an arrow begins to glint and fire down the cave. As you see, their wings are glinting, and you see that there's an arrow which just points further into the cave and flashes, then goes, then flashes, then goes, and it flashes progressively down the cave.
Oh my god.
I knew I'd make it. I knew I'd find the way. Don't you worry, guys. I'm getting us out of here. Don't you worry. Me and my music always leads us in the right direction, and I'll just follow.
Sure. I'm really impressed, Darian, because last week you could barely play anything,
Well,
and now you're making bees give us directions.
some call me a modern phenomenon.
Yes.
I don't know who, but I've heard it.
I'm sure we'll find them somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet them. Those that say that. Well, let's do as we're told. We're in their home, so we should probably follow their direction.
Definitely. Let's go.
Follow this tunnel for another 150 feet before it begins to open up. And when it does, it opens up into the biggest beehive you've ever seen. A massive cavern completely filled with lines and lines of honeycomb, taller than blue. These stacks of honeycomb. The sound is almost too much to bear. As bees, you can hear them humming all over. They surround you, land on you. You feel a lot warmer just being in the presence of this place. Honey drips from, you see these massive mushrooms where honey is dripping almost like a faulty tap. Someone's turned a tap on, can't quite turn it off, and honey is dripping down. Something knocks into your back, Saber. Just doesn't massively shove you off your balance. As you turn around to see what I can only describe as a 3-foot bumblebee.
Fucking hell.
Cool.
It's carrying a shield of honeycomb and holding a spear made of honeycomb, the top of which is about a 3-inch barb.
Oh, nice.
Curved barb. And it sort of just, as you turn around, you realise it's tapped you on the back with its spear.
Oh, hello.
Big mandibles clicking.
You're right. Sorry, we're new here. Is there somewhere we need to be, or would you like to show us the way?
It sort of points the bottom end of its spear and jabs, sidesteps you and jabs forward, and you can see this cavern goes on. But we're going to cut back to that. We'll stick with Blue and Z. You swim for about...
So rude. I want to hear what's happening with these guys.
You swim for about 2 hours, the pair of you, before you make it to sort of land. You see as you've been swimming and going up for air, you've seen this ship fire. Say what you think is about 10, 15 volleys of cannonballs at this cave. Over the time you've been there, you've heard the bangs. It's too many bangs to count now, but you think it's been about between, say, 12 and 15 volleys of cannonballs been fired up towards the cliff. But the ship has stayed in its position. It hasn't. It's turned to face the cave, but just stayed where it was. As you guys wash up, soaking wet, cold on the sandy beach. Let's put you back on the shade swallow. If Buffy TT wants to play ball.
There we go. Sick.
Probably around here somewhere.
Okay. I'm a snake.
Go on, do it.
Smashner.
Thanks.
Z will get out of the water and just have the cannons stopped.
Cannons have stopped for about 20 minutes now.
Okay, Z will just start walking back towards the caves and try and get into the tree line so we can't be seen from the ships.
Cool.
I will follow.
Snake?
Yes, sir.
It's been a couple of hours swimming. Have you?
3
How long
hours.
have you got? 3 hours. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, you head back up. It's sort of like very steep ground to get back up to the coast path that you're on. But it's easy enough once you find a path. It's just like hard going. Give me a stealth check, two of you.
Stealth is better as a snake. Much better. Ooh, that's not great. 7.
Well, you get to the top of, like, as the coast road sort of flattens off, you get back onto this coastal path. You can see to the right of you, 100 feet down the path begins the lavender again. That's sort of where you've arrived at.
Okay, so just stopping dead still. Can I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
No, 5. Kind of fuck all. Water in my ears.
Still got water in your ears. Yeah. The only thing you can hear is the occasional like shifting of large rocks, like unsteady ground.
Then Z would carry. She hasn't heard any voices. She hasn't heard any cannons going off. She would carry on heading back to the cliff top.
Do the same, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. If you
I
two
am
of you,
guard snake.
And
Two of you
trying to do it stealthily again.
yeah. Two of you arrive at the entrance of this cave. It's complete caved in. It's so much so that there is now a crater at the front of the cave where you can see like there's probably 2 cannonballs still intact where they've just dug into the ground. The loose earth has just stopped them dead and they haven't sort of shattered. As you can see, like just total chaos above there. The crates have now been destroyed. There is small portions of honey which are on fire. Just small puddles of honey that are on fire come out from these crates. The tent is gone. That's gone in the wind. Remnants of everything are up here, but the place is completely destroyed.
place is completely destroyed. Well, Blue, all I can hope is that they made it into the caves. And hopefully there's a way out of the caves. I think we just go back to Glath, and hope the guys meet us back there. Could I just have a look round? Is the orc body still anywhere?
Yeah.
It is?
From the knee down, there is a orc body, just one leg. That's all that's left.
It.
Yep.
All right, okay. Then
The only reason you can
see-
tell it's the orc, apart from the slight skin color change from the humans, is that it's not wearing trousers. Yeah.
Okay. Blue, I think we make our way back to Glath, and just hope that the guys are okay, or do we try and no, let's. They could be hurt in there. Let's get on top of the cliff, see if there's any air holes in the top of the cliffs.
Blue nods as a snake.
Okay. Then Z would try and start climbing the rubble to get on top of the cliffs.
Is that a thing a snake could do too, or is that going to be too steep for something without limbs?
It's gonna be tough, but I think as a snake you could probably stand on your tail and sort of try and climb up that way, potentially even biting into the rock to try, or biting around like things to try and like hold yourself and hoist yourself up. If you give me an athletics check, Z, and Blue, you can do this with disadvantage.
Sweet. Guess I'll just add my dex modifier.
23.
Strength. Athletics.
Oh, that's rude. Can it not be dex? Disadvantage isn't bad actually. That's 12.
12. Z, you rolled a 23, did I hear? Sweet. Yeah, Z, you clamber up, no problem. This is now like sort of like a almost like a 45-degree angle of just like debris that's piled up. The top of the cliff is sort of caved in slightly as you guys climb up there. Z, you have to try and like pull Blue as he gets stuck at one point. So you just pick up his head, pull him up a bit as you guys get to the top of the top over
Halfway,
the cave.
Chris, halfway up.
Mm-hmm.
No.
If there's just a place that Z can just stop and do a quick 360, are the ships have they stayed in the same position?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
10.
10. It's definitely turned. It's definitely a different position than the last time you saw it. Can't quite get. You're squinting into the dark past your dark vision, and you're looking at lights, trying to figure out from where the lights are. There seems to be a lot more lights on deck now than there was when you first spotted the ships, so you're not quite sure what you're looking at and which side's front and back. So you're not sure if it's which like orientation it's facing, but it's definitely turned cannons facing you.
But the ships are, other than turning, they're in the same basic
same spot.
location.
Yeah.
Probably anchored.
Right,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, then she would just carry on straight to the top.
Cool. Can I have both of you make me a survival check, please?
That's wisdom, so I can use my stuff. Yay. It does good. 22.
17.
Oh, you clamber up this cliff. See that the ground is sort of almost sunk in slightly. Blue, you would spot this straight up and go, if you stand on that, that's going to collapse.
Do we want that? Do I know that from that roll as well?
You would know that if you're on top of a cave and the ground is a big dip and it looks fresh.
And if that dip was to collapse, would that be an entrance into the cave?
Yeah.
Banzai. Yeah, I'll wriggle on it.
Cool.
But first, so I can try and keep my weighty side, I'll just use part of my snake body to just like wiggle it on and push it in while staying up.
Dex save.
Okay.
Dex save, please.
Can I keep hold of him to assist?
Yeah, you can give him advantage.
Nice. It was pretty good on its own anyway. Be a 15. 15.
15, cool. Z, Dex save as well, please.
Gulp.
Actually, in fact,
Save.
don't give me a Dex. Give me a Strength
Yeah.
saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15, okay.
Gulp.
You see this shrunken hole, probably 10 foot across, and you turn round back first into it. Z, you grab hold of Blue's neck, like almost like in a headlock, to help support. As the ground gives out, Blue goes in, and you go with Blue as he pulls you into the cave head first. You both take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you both hit the floor quite hard inside the cave.
How much?
6.
6.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are now in this cave, covered in honey, brick or like stone dust. This hole above you producing small amounts of dawn light coming down.
Okay, well, there's a hole here now.
Any noise?
Just buzzing. It's like humming coming from the end of the cave.
Just buzzing. No, like shingle dropping. No.
Oh, you can hear.
dropping.
Yeah, you hear this like the loose where the hole's opened. You can hear like this raining, just small, small pebbles and stones coming from the ceiling. But it's not. It dies out pretty quick, but it does echo around you as you're in this like big cave. And it smells like sweet honey and fire. That's what it smells like in here. You also would both notice this big, well, let's say there's 3 foot hole at the back of the cave. Honeycomb dripping out of it.
You see the hole.
Mhm.
Then Z would just hope that. Well, Z hopes that if they're under this rock, they're dead anyway. So let's hope they got in here, and let's head to the exit.
I am gonna unwild shape and be blue again, but sticky. And
Usually.
yeah.
Blue, do not light anything on fire. Put your hand on my shoulder. I will lead you.
I don't know how good that would be. I don't know how these guys react to a. I assume there's bees in here. You're a half orc. Oh wait, no, I don't know that. Sorry. Wait, do I know that? Or do I know?
No one knows that.
We're totally fine. Yes, a snake and a big lady would have been way worse than a Goliath and a big lady. So, yep, no, nothing wrong there. Let's go. No fires. My bad. Got that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
I would just lead. I'd like to lead Blue to the back of the cave.
Guidance to Z, constantly.
Cool.
Getting bumped in.
Cool. You go to the back of this cave. You see this 3 foot hole. Both of you are going to struggle to stand, like even crouch in this. It's going to be hands and knees job to get into this. Z, as you sort of bend down to look at the inside the tunnel, you can see these toadstools all facing upwards, pooling the honey.
Yeah, she remembers what they are, but she also realizes that this is someone else's home, so she'll wait to ask.
Give me what's your passive perception as well, Z?
Passive perception is awful. 13.
13? I think it's high enough. You see the ground has been like recently. There's all this like dirt, loose rocks and things has all been moved recently. And you're pretty sure.
Footprints?
Yeah, you're pretty sure there is a heavy elf's footprint in here.
Okay,
Kaya.
then with the
Wow. Shade.
with a little bit more more of a spring in her step, Z would try and get through that cave and hope that she gets there in time, that they're not on death's door.
You begin to fast crawl through this tunnel. Blue, you watch Z disappear through this hole and move quite quickly down the hole.
I'm zooming too.
Zoom into. Cool. In which case, we'll take a 5-minute break and then cut back to the next little bit. Cool. See you guys in a minute. Cool, and we're back for the second half of the session. So, three of you that had already entered into this giant beehive. Back to you guys. You can see these like towers of honeycomb coming out of the ground as you're sort of like ushered forward into like a small alleyway almost, of just surrounded by honey and bees. Saber at the back, you're not being forced forwards, but there is this 3-foot bumblebee behind you, black, yellow, big saucer, like almost like plate-sized eyes, just mirrored across and staring back at you.
Oh, well, we should go this way because I don't fancy tangling with all of these if we decide to go against this guy.
Yeah, I think upsetting the natives would be a bad idea.
Well, yeah, if we thought we were outnumbered out there, we're definitely outnumbered in here.
Is there any more? Can we see any more of these gigantic bees, or is it just this one that we've spotted? Oh, not spotted, I guess. It's come up on us.
Give me a perception check. We can all do this.
Yeah. That is that's 14.
I've
14.
rolled a 21.
Ooh.
Wait, you, Kaya.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Right. Right, you CV.
No, I won't lie to you. I have been on the wine.
Nice. Good to know. Don't
Yeah.
worry, we're all there with you. It's a Friday.
I might have started quite early. Luckily for me, I have a +9 to perception because I rolled a 4. Because apparently I can't roll once I've had wine. Wine makes me
That's
not
what's in the
able-
mug, is it?
Yes.
Nice. Covert
Yeah.
wine drinking.
It's a 13.
Covert wine drinking. 13.
Mum too.
That's all right. Yeah, you guys. Say Darian, Kaya, neither of you spot any of these tall or large bees. Saber, as you sort of glancing around, you sort of as you came out of this tunnel, you were on like a little bit of a lip, and you're looking at this honeycomb, just amazement. Bees coming around, and then you sort of ushered down as it sort of slopes into this alleyway as you walk down, and you see these like lines and lines of honeycomb. As you sort of went over the lip, you saw into the distance like what you think was another guard, sort of on a piece of honeycomb attached to the wall, sort of spread out, and was like not holding any weapons, shield on back, but was sort of like just with its mandibles doing something in the honeycomb.
Right. So yeah, not the only big bee. Yeah, we should follow this one. I'm hoping he's taking us to see our druid friend. I'll
Does
say
it look
out loud.
obvious where we're going? Like, does it look obvious like where we're going?
Winding through this maze of honeycomb.
Yeah, I guess we'll just follow until we get to our destination. Really,
Yeah.
keeping our wits about ourselves.
Yeah, you continue down this maze. You feel like every now and again cool air like hit your heads, and you can see like in the ceiling there's these small like openings and seems to be like cold air coming through. Excuse me, but as you keep walking, it sort of raises back up again, and you see that there's like a maybe 30-foot sort of oval shaped mound of moss. There's like a wooden table with small wooden bowls strewn across it, small bottles. That's on the left. To the right is two more of these giant bees, spears and shield, and in the center, at the back, is this large throne that looks like it's made out of almost like paper, sort of like that wispy paper white material, sort of like almost like a throne, but it like spreads out real wide at the bottom.
A paper mache throne.
Yeah, paper mache throne, sort of like nesting material that bees use. That sort of like bees and wasps use this like it's like almost like a paper grey colour.
Yeah.
And on that throne is a large bee, large wings, sort of resting against the throne. And Kaya, you would notice this with your passive perception. The bee's behind goes out the other side of the throne, and it is massive. She's 4 foot, and it's like an 8-foot back.
Ooh.
It's like almost double her like size, and she sat
Dummy thick.
two arms on the arms of the chair, 2 arms crossed, and her legs are sort of touching the floor as she sat on this.
Ulrich? Ulrich, is that you?
I would like to bow, please.
I think that. I'm gonna look at Kaya and look at Darian and just sort of not do anything. I'm just gonna sort of take maybe a small step back from them a little, so that they're in front of me, just slightly.
Okay, Kaya, you go in, do a bow. Darian, you go forward and say, "Ulrich, is that you?" And Saber, you kind of freeze up at the back.
Yeah.
Get stage fright.
What a trio.
It's a big bee.
You see, Darian, as you rush forward, you see see from behind an old man who's got some like wet cloth and is wiping blood from his neck. As you sort of like get a better view of this situation, he turns around. Open your mind.
Right.
Did it happen to hear that mushroom?
All right then.
Have you?
I close my eyes and I close my eyes and sort of concentrate really hard, like I'm and like tense up a little bit, I guess. And that is Darian attempting to open his mind.
Okay.
What does that mean? My mind's pretty open, I would say, all the time.
If you open your mind, you'll hear her.
I will have a go then.
Me too.
Cool. Intelligence saving throws, please, from all of you.
Oh, that's what it takes. That's not fair.
That's a +0 to that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad roll though. 18.
Ah.
I'm cooking on gas tonight.
I got 15.
I've got an 11. It's not my night.
Drunk Kaya rolled like a silver saber.
Shade
Cool.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Kai.
It's okay. It had to happen at some point, didn't it?
Okay, cool. The three of you, Darian closes his eyes, concentrates. What does Saber do to help?
Well, I think I'm just going to stand there a bit gormless and mouth breathe a bit. Just go. And just sort of like empty my mind
Empty
of
your
all
mind,
thoughts.
yeah.
Cool. And Kaya, what do you do to try and open your mind?
I mean, I was gonna try and do what I do when I try and trance, but then just sort of like talk to the trees, but try and talk to the bees and just sort of trance that out. But I'm not sure it's gonna work, so I don't think I know what I'm doing.
Okay. You try and connect your mind to this. Saber, Darian, you see this as almost like something's playing in front, like you're watching a film in front of your eyes as you see yourself in like a just blackness, and then you see this giant bee sat on this throne in front of you. But it's in front of you. You were looking at this as an image that's... Saber, you do the same thing. You connect to this. You see, as you pray, you see Darian yourself, but you're looking from like the back, so you can see the back of your own head. You see this bee in front of you. Kaya, you struggle to find this connection. It's almost like for you two, you can see Kaya's form appear, then like shudder, then lose, then reappear, then shudder, then lose, as your mind gets melded with other bees around you. Kaya. You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh, it's a good job.
Who? All of us?
No, just me.
Kaya.
Oh, thank God for that, because I didn't want to do that.
As you get that splitting headache for only happens for a few seconds, as you sort of like your mind is rocked, and then you slowly get this. It's almost like someone's reached out and grabbed you and pulled you into this frame as you appear next to the three. Soon after you appear, Kaya, you see Ulrich appear, except he's wearing robes of golden colour. His face is healed. He's sort of maybe decreased in age by about 20 years. His hair is no longer matted with blood and grey. It's almost like a brown colour, sort of fading grey. As you guys appear, he smiles, nods his head, and then bows deeply to the bee on the throne.
I will follow suit this time and also bow quite deeply.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Yeah.
Cool. You don't feel your limbs move, but your image does bow. You hear Ulrich go, I would like to introduce you, my queen, to my rescuers. Although I do not know their names.
Rescuer.
Whoa,
Son of a bitch.
Arian, it takes a team to do what we did up there. You wouldn't have done that on your own.
Yeah, all right then.
Share some of the glory. That's
always do.
Darian. I'm Saber, and this is Kaya. There are two more of our party. We're a little separated at the minute, but we're hoping to find them again soon. Nice to meet you.
You see the mandibles move in very quick, tapping together, but no sound is made. Before you hear, I am very gracious of your attempt to save Ulrich. I am Queen Lil, ruler of this cave. Thank you.
It's quite all right. We noticed there's some pests down in the town, and we were told that Ulrich had gone missing, so we made that our priority.
Well, that is very, very generous of you. How much damage have they caused?
What, to the town or the entrance?
To both.
Well, they've completely caved us in, which isn't helpful. But the fires are out. I don't know how much damage they've done to you. I don't know if they were actually affecting you or not. But yeah, in terms of the town, well, we didn't really get a look at the town, to be honest. We haven't really been in. We just know that they've blown up a couple of bits with their big cannons. Yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, is there any chance of we're planning on getting this town back into shape and pushing out these pirates? Wouldn't mind if a little bit of help, I guess, would be our first question.
So you come to me for help.
Well, to be
And
honest,
help will be given.
Oh.
Now that you've saved my love. And you see three of the arms gesture at Ulrich.
Don't want to get in the middle of any romance. We're always here to help.
He really has opened his mind.
Yeah.
We always. I just want to ask it. Are we always that big, or has Ulrich done something to make you that size? I've never seen a bee this big before.
She sort of cocks her head at you. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
That is a natural 1.
Nice.
Sorry.
Well, hopefully someone can save you.
You
I'll
see
stop
this
talking
this. You see his head cocked to one side as you sort of ask the question. Her tone changes to still quite icy, but it's not. Her words were saying kind of things. Now it's sort of very, very, very icy as she turns to you and she goes, well, an ex-member of the marauders that just attacked would ask slightly less intrusive questions. You are on thin ground, Darian.
Begging your pardon, Your Highness, we don't mean to overstep. We're just curious, is all. We're just here. We're hoping to free the town of the burden of the pirates that plagued you before, and we're just hoping to have a little assistance in that.
Yeah, I apologise. I was more impressed, if anything. That's all.
Give me a persuasion or deception. Up to you, Darian.
Oh, please don't roll another one.
1 second. That's a 17.
She sort of uncocks her head. My history goes back far, far longer than yours. I am an Apis mellifera. That
Nice.
is what I am, a race of giant honeybees. My lifespan is short, but my race's span is long. We may have even originated on that certain little place that you have just come from.
Papaya.
Oh, hang on. I feel this goes both ways, Your Highness, with intrusive. I mean, without being rude, you've stolen that information from us.
I did not steal anything from you, Saber.
Well, that is correct. We have just travelled from Prapaya, and we intend on going back.
She begins to start a sentence as like 3 small bees fly into this vision. It's just like a dark room you're in. There's nothing else. It's just almost like inky black. As 3 like extremely fast flying bees speed in, and you hear them go, "My queen, 2 others approach. One, the colour of sea. The other, a lady."
Oh, that will be our friends. If the blue one is quite large, like unnecessarily large, that would be blue, and the lady is Zayanya.
She nods, waves her hand, and the bees just sort of evaporate. She looks over. Ulrich, will you find them, bring them here as quickly as possible? Ulrich nods, yes, my queen, and disappears backwards out of this sort of vision state.
Don't worry, they can be trusted. One's quite good at caring for people. The other one's quite good at killing. Both have their uses. So just yeah, you don't worry. Don't you have to worry about them. I don't know why I said that. I just to mel it over a little bit.
She nods. I will tell you my full story when they arrive. And she sort of just falls silent. Two of you, Blue and Z, you exit this tunnel that you've been crawling through to see this massive cavern opening up to just a massive hive, the buzzing filling your ears and bees bouncing around you, as a man comes out of the hive. Old man. One of his eyes is now open, so he's sort of like squinting at you. Rushes over. Please come with me.
Oh, what was that? Hello?
I assume you are Ulrich.
He nods. Yes.
Are
Please, my queen wants to
Are
see
my
you.
friends safe?
Yes, they are talking with my queen. Please come.
I grab Blue and follow.
Cool.
Okay,
He winds his way through the sea of honeycomb, like quickly, sort of almost hobbling at points. You can need an insight check.
Do I as well, or can I not see
Natural one.
Natural. Yeah, cool. Blue, you can't even see this. It's complete pitch black to you. You can just hear buzzing coming around you.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
My
You can just hear
hearing
buzzing.
is hurting my ears now.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty terrifying for Blue if he wasn't so in tune with nature. It's just like bees flying around you, like bouncing off you as you like in the darkness as you can't see.
I'd be way scared of a cave that was silent as opposed to one filled with bees. I know there's friends around at least.
Yeah, you approach and see that this moss. You see this throne, the queen in. You see this table with potions and tinctures and bottles and wooden bowls and things. And you see this giant bee holding spear and shield. You see all three of... You see Saber, Darian, and Kaya. Some of them sporting cuts and bruises. Saber, even like one shoulder slightly depressed. But they are all like staring unblinkingly at this queen.
Go glass-eyed.
Yeah. Glass-eyed, mouths open. As Ulrich rushes you forward, he rushes over to the table, produces a small candle and lights it, and then holds it up for you, Blue, to take.
Thank you. This is mighty useful. I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. Thank you. I hold it.
Cool. As you sort of like hold it aloft, you can see like the through the gloom. You can see this queen bee, and the other bits.
Oh, my lady. I'll kneel or curtsy or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You curtsy. Ulrich turns to you, the two of you, and goes, "Open your mind, and she will be able to talk to you."
It already feels pretty open.
Just concentrate.
Well, that sounds like the opposite. You're asking me to fill my mind with... Okay, I'll try it.
Cool.
He just focuses on the flame of the candle.
Intelligence save throws from the pair of you, please.
Ooh. That's a nat 20 plus 3.
9.
Okay, 9.
Shit.
See, Blue, you go. What did you say to him? You said he said open your mind, and then he said concentrate, and you said like that's the opposite. And you also, what did you say?
Yeah. Like to me, yeah. If you tell me to concentrate, that's filling my mind with concentration.
Before you even finish the sentence, you are in this vision with Kaya, Saber. You are looking at the back of your head. Yeah. Just complete like instant. You didn't even realise you were doing it. Into this vision. Z, you have this problem of like you're focusing on the candle. And it keeps flickering in the breeze, and you getting more and more cross that you can't concentrate because it's moving, and then you eventually like jolt yourself in, but it's painful. It racks and hurts your brain. You take 6 points of psychic damage as you enter this vision. And as you enter, you watch Z sort of like stumble in, rather than Blue just like he's there and like click of a fingers he's there. Blue's Z sort of like almost trips into the image. Ulrich then bows to his queen, introduces her as Queen Lil. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's lovely to meet you both. Oh, bless you. Yeah. what's been going on so far then, guys? We made a hole, by the way. So there's a way up, but I don't know. Are there any ways out of here? Just out of curiosity, my Miss Queen Lil.
There are other ways to exit this cave, but now there is a hole. Potentially it would be easier to use that. You watch these mandibles go like frantically and hear this woman's voice come out from this bee.
I feel like we missed a chance of climbing.
Maybe. It is also close to where they were firing the cannons still, so...
Are they still firing the cannons?
I don't think so. They fired like, maybe between 12 and 15-ish. But I've not heard any of recent.
Oh, I guess one of them got away then.
Maybe. But I mean, well, what happened? I'm a little curious because the town said, or well, at least one guard said that you, Ulrich. Sorry, I've not met you first, by the way. I'm Blue, by the way. I don't know if you could read minds or anything. But we're friends. We came here. We're trapped here. There's pirates. You didn't save the town. People were kind of expecting that. Are you okay?
He looks at his queen and then sort of looks at the floor. I was jumped quite quickly in the fight. I was selling honey in the town and was captured almost immediately. And I couldn't use my magic. You see, my queen allows me to summon the bees when we need to defend the town. Although we've never... And he looks at her like, sort of... Oh, give me an insight check, everybody.
Yeah, boy. It's bad.
Another natural one.
6.
17.
17?
Nice.
7.
Z and Saber see quite a loving look, and then almost like a short grin appear on his face. We've never had to use the defences we had in place before.
Would you call it Plan B?
Can he lose inspiration for that? Can we?
I was
going
to give him inspiration.
No.
I quite like dad jokes like that. So
Not for that.
That's
awful.
minus.
no, are we taking a group vote? No inspiration.
I think
Yeah.
I would also lose
Absolutely
2
not.
points off his armor class
Nope.
as well.
No, it's fine. Come on, don't be like that.
No, you can have inspiration for it.
I've already got it, but thank you.
You can gift it if you like. Maybe that'll
I
make it a little
don't.
bit
No,
sweeter.
everyone was very mean to me just then, so no one gets it. No one stuck up for me and was like, "Oh no, that was a solid." You know, Chris, give yourself inspiration. Kill me next time.
Yeah,
Kill Saber.
You I was captured and well, one of the pirate captains is a dab hand at probing into your thoughts and minds, and she figured out what our plans were to do and locked me up in some chains. And my queen is gracious enough to not attack when I was in danger. I could not save her, and she could not save me.
Oh, we look pretty safe now. Are you okay, by the way? I can't really see, but you said you were hurt a bit. Do you need help with that, or...?
I will be fine, but thank you. As you sort of like hold the candle up, you see he's in like dressed in these golden robes that flow. His face is younger. His cuts and bruises on his face have gone, and his hair is that like it's brown rather than grey now.
I didn't see him beforehand either, but yeah. You look well. Okay, well, are you going to be able to help now, or would you rather not? I think the town might need it. I don't think we can do much. From what I've heard, the guards are, at max 35 strong that are mostly captured. Do you know what's happening in the town? Do you have any ideas of what you would want to do to get rid of these guys, or were you just kind of waiting and seeing?
He doesn't answer. He just sort of looks at his queen. She sort of changes her position, shuffles in a chair slightly. She goes, well, I was hoping you would come up with a plan, and I could bolster your forces.
Ooh.
We're not good at making plans.
Oh,
We're
no,
great
true.
at making plans.
We're great at making them. We're not great at following them.
Sticking to plans is where we fall over.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's probably a more accurate statement.
Also, Your Majesty Lil, this is our force.
Will Majesty.
That's. She looks at you, sort of face. I have 2 million bees at your disposal.
Could you ask her to be a little quieter? Because it's a little loud in here. I'm not to be
Oh, it's
rude.
dead silent. It's dead silent.
It's so quiet in here, actually. Could you get some in here? Because I need some background noise, at least. Please. Saved it.
No. No, you didn't.
Stop it.
We also have Sir Arubis. And Sir Arup that can help you in whatever endeavour you need.
Who are they, sorry?
Sir
Arubis and Arup?
You have met Sir Arubis already.
How many of these big bees have you got?
They're a big
He's my children, and I have 4.
I thought his name was Bob.
What?
Well, Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Good one.
I want some inspiration as well.
Go on, Chris, give it him. Come on, he's got the balls for it.
I don't want to, because I don't want to encourage bad behaviour.
I do. Come on.
But it was quite good, and I didn't see it coming. So yes, you could have inspiration. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I would suggest maybe moving to save the mayor or the guards would be my choice in plotting action.
Your Highness, if I may respectfully, if we move on the town, we will feel the wrath of the cannons again. I feel the cannons need to be taken out and taken care of before we do anything in the town. Otherwise, we will be susceptible to the attack from the cannons again, as we were when we were trying to save you.
She looks at you, sort of cocks her head. What are these cannons that I keep hearing about?
Imagine a rock about the size of Darian's head coming at
That's pretty big.
a very as fast as your fastest bee can fly, and thudding with explosive force into surroundings.
think I know what you mean. As you feel like a little twinge in your brain, Z, as you sort of like flashing images of cannons that you've seen. As yes. Well, maybe I can be be of some assistance.
Nice. Same.
And she holds out a hand. What if I and my army were to take care of the cannons?
Your Highness, if you can stop those cannons from firing, then we can free the town. We cannot move on the town with those cannons being live. Or it would be suicide. It would be suicide to attempt it.
Well, then let our allegiance go forth. I will protect you from these cannons, and you will free my town.
Your town?
Your Majesty, just very quickly.
Chris, what time would it be at this precise moment?
Coming to dawn, right?
Yeah, it's tough to tell. You are feeling the effects of fatigue at this point, and you believe it was sort of dawnish time when you entered this cave, and you're not sure how long you've travelled in these tunnels.
Okay, Your Highness, please may I suggest that we allow the pirates in the town to drink themselves stupid this evening. We rest and we strike at first light.
I think that is a very sensible idea. It will give time for Ulrich, my love, to heal and become well again. It will give you a chance to rest. I can feel it in your mind that you are sore and tired. Maybe a rest here will be suitable. I also see a vision of a young child and a bird and a lady of fire.
Yeah, they're with us.
And a creature I have not yet encountered.
Is it a flying thing? A bird of
Oh,
some kind?
I know the bird. It is this
Squawkson.
creature. This is not one I've seen before.
Is it made of
Fluffy tail, claws.
Broken arm.
No, I fixed him.
Covered in.
How big is this creature?
She holds out her hands to roughly the same size as Corkson.
Who had him again? Which pocket is he in?
This was Z.
Oh, he didn't drown.
Wait, can we not hear Squawkson? Squawkson, open your mind.
Open your mind.
I cannot sense the presence of the mind of Squawkson.
Pretty sure Squawkson would have been left with Hawkwind.
Maybe he's drowned.
We could leave him. We'll say you left him with Hawking.
Yeah. I don't think he went back to Z after I slapped him up.
I think he did. I think Kaya gave him a good berry and then he specifically ran over to Z and then got berry juice on the leg.
No.
Okay.
Oh, we won't say Hawking. No, he did go with Z.
Yeah.
Is he
Okay.
here now?
Is he still at? Is he? Have I a dead squirrel in my pocket?
You can't move your hands, Z, as much as you want to. You can see your hands moving and gesturing for like pockets and things in this where you are now, but you can't feel your limbs moving.
Can we not force out of that?
I guess that's probably another saving throw.
Your Highness, this little fluffy thing is nothing to worry about. It is a friend. It can be helpful at times, but it's certainly nothing. Certainly nothing for you to worry about.
Persuasion
Could
check, Zee.
I? Sorry.
Persuasion check for me, please.
Okay.
I can't believe she's
Yeah,
not seen a
I
squirrel.
gave you guidance before, Andy. I think it's probably run off now, but I don't know if you used it.
That is a 3 on the die for a -1, so 2.
I think you still got guidance. If Blue was under the instruction
Alright.
to
That 4's
continue
got to do a
into...
lot of work. That D4's got to do a lot of work.
So that'll be back to a 3.
That's better than the 2.
She looks at you. Do you vouch for this creature?
Yes, with my life.
Then it will be so. He will be able to stay. So, in the next eve, you give the word, and I will send out my warriors into battle. You will be able to attack the town. I will send for your friends, this lady of fire, this young boy, and this bird. I will send for them. Maybe they would like to return here. It's a safe place.
That's very kind. I see these mushrooms that litter the floor. Are they precious to you?
No, quite the contrary. They are a menace to my hive.
Invasive species.
Excellent. So you wouldn't mind if I were to clear some out?
You carry on. If you wish to use them,
Excellent.
you take them.
It could be really quite useful for our endeavour in the morning.
She nods. Do you request or need light to be able to see?
I try and raise a hand, but I can't. I have a candle.
You can raise your
I'll
hand
be
in the
alright.
vision.
I raise my spectral hand.
I will make it so. You can see. Please be gentle of my workers and my warriors and my nursery bees. They are precious to me, and I wish them to see them no harm while you're here. So please just be careful as you move around my hive. But Ulrich here will take you to your quarters. You will stay here.
Okay, yeah. No, that sounds amazing. Thank you very much.
Is there anything else you require from me?
Actually, just sorry, Blue. You mentioned earlier about the pirates asking less intrusive questions. What sort of questions were they asking when they were torturing Ulrich?
Ulrich steps forward because she was able to break into my mind. She was, I think, she goes by the name of Orbu. That's what Captain Orbu. She was able to do something. She's some sort of magic wielder and probed my mind and found out about the bees.
Well, kind of like you're doing to us right now.
Yes, but she didn't give you a choice.
What choice were we given? I got told to open my mind.
Yes, you could have refused and we wouldn't have been able to communicate, but she did it in a way of breaking into my mind.
Okay, yeah.
Did they look for any other information? I mean, did you get a sense of what their intentions are?
See you and Ulrich buzzing nasties.
Yeah, I don't think I I don't think I was able. Well, sorry, I wasn't able to reverse the process, but I do know that, from what I heard from other pirates and other sailors, that they are just resupplying at this port.
Well, let's try and give them a reason to not come back.
I was going to say, normally when I resupply, I don't knock buildings down. But yeah.
All right. Time for a rest then.
He bows to the Queen, nods at you guys, and sort of steps backwards. And he disappears from view. She looks at you in turn, each of you. I wish you all the best, and I am hoping you will succeed in your next mission. Good luck.
Your Highness, before we go, could I just ask you one last favour? Just before, maybe 30 minutes before we set off, is there any chance you could send some bees to go and see and find out how many pirate guards there are guarding the guards of Shadewallow?
Yes, I can spare some bees to do some reconnaissance. Yes, that will be no issue. No issue.
Then that's very kind of you.
She nods. She sort of waves her hand and sort of sinks into the blackness as you feel the backs of your head being pulled, as if someone's grabbed your hair and pulling you backwards, as you sort of back into your bodies.
That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
You now see Ulrich is again beaten. He's pulling over a blanket and wrapping himself in a blanket, and sort of tying it round. So it's almost like a cape, and then tying it around his waist, and then slinging it over himself as he is shirtless. He's also slipping on some sandals. He's got one eye still shut and covered in cuts and bruises. He gestures.
I'll heal him. If he's still covered in cuts and bruises, I'll use my pickle staff to heal him with some. Oh, I don't have that. Sorry, nope. He gets nothing from me.
He sort of gestures. Go on.
No, I was just going to tell Blue that he's about to have a long rest, so probably just best to leave him alone.
Yeah. Also, Kai is looking a bit rough. If you were going to be healing anybody.
Oh, we're all going to have a long rest, so...
Yeah.
All right.
Make some berries. I've got 10 berries.
No, I'm joking.
No, I've got berries out. You look... Kaya, oh my god, you look bloody rough as heck. Jesus, how are you still standing? Please take at least 5 berries off me. And then, Ulrich, you can have 2, 3 maybe? Anyone else need a berry?
What about... I think Squawkson wants a berry.
Is he... Squawkson? Yeah, buddy, come up. I don't know how you call a squirrel.
You see head pop out of Z's pocket.
Berry? You want a berry?
Jumps down, eyes darting all around as he rushes up to you. Rushes up to you, climbs up you, climbs onto your arm, and then takes the good berry. Ulrich will take them off you. Thank you. Sort of eats half of one. Looks around, finds a little ledge, and pops the half of good berry on the ledge, and you watch it be swarmed by bees.
I will also do that. I will offer it to the bees.
Wow.
I'll take one.
He guides you through this maze of more honeycomb until you come to another patch of just moss. There's one bedroll here, and some small other like items. There's no fire. There is like a small wooden bowl like sat in a wooden support, which is like a full of water, clean water, which is dripping from the cave roof. Seems to be some sort of like crack in the rock, and like fresh water is dripping into the bowl. Sort of every 6 seconds, dropping a little drop into this bowl. So, yeah, he gestures. Cave's this little hidey hole is probably 10, 15 feet across. Sort of quite low ceilings. Blue still having to duck, and so is Z. But the others sort of like can stand upright in the middle.
On the way, could Z have kept an eye out for some mushrooms, please? Fungi.
Yeah.
Well,
Give me a survival check.
Roll that for me, boy.
Survival, add 0. That would be 16.
16. Yeah, you find a fairly decent sized one. You can cut it at the like stalk, take it with you. You get covered in honey when you pick it up, as it's like it looks like it's dripping in and it's like eating the honey, and that's the source of its nutrients.
How many ingredients does that give me?
Uno, number 1.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough for what I need. Okay.
Yeah. Ulrich, when he comes into this little hidey hole, will go around lighting some small candles. Is there I will go and fetch your friends. Is there anything I need to be aware of? Do I need to, if I say your names, will they come with me, or will they trust me?
They should. Will they not know you? They were kind of looking for you in a way, or aware of you're Ulrich, right?
Yes, I am Ulrich, but this bird, will it come with me?
Yeah, maybe. If not, I can force it in. I'll just need to rest a little bit.
Okay.
But you should be fine. Just tell him that Blue wants to see him. Yep, that's fine. Nothing. Don't need a code word. No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. He nods. He goes, "Well, rest up, guys. I'll see you in a couple of hours."
It takes me 8, but yeah, okay.
As he leaves you to it.
Alright, well, it seems pretty safe in here, but it's also a little tight.
A bit sticky.
It's a little sticky, yeah. Is that guy having sex with a bee?
Yeah. That was in my mind the whole time that was going on, to be honest with you.
I mean, not to judge, I just wanted to know.
There are a few questions I wanted to ask, but I felt it was maybe out of place and maybe wasn't the right time. But maybe...
I think she would have got quite angry if it had asked those sorts of questions.
Yeah,
I think she
I'd
knows.
already...
I was thinking it a lot.
Yeah, maybe that's why she was pretty cold with me, I think.
Who are we to judge?
Exactly. I don't think we're anyone. I'm going to go to sleep now. Goodbye.
Guys, are we going to attack the guards, or are we going to get the guards free, or are we going to soldiers free, or are we going to free the mayor?
I think the guards. They're going to be more useful than a bloody mayor, aren't they? Really.
I can't see what the mayor's going to give us.
Other than a bit of encouragement, I guess. But yeah, I reckon we just get. We'll just go to the guards. But I feel like the guards are on the opposite side of town, aren't they, compared to where we are?
So, Shay, you are here somewhere.
Yeah.
Guards are here.
Yeah. We've got a long way to travel to get round there. unless we go through the town, which is obviously not ideal.
I guess we could swim, but that's probably also not ideal.
Then we need to get an early night.
We have to.
Down.
Yeah. Are we doing shifts? Are we going to keep a watch? Do we trust these bees?
Well, if the bees want to do something to us, I don't think at this precise moment we can do anything to stop them.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Do you know the way out of here? Because I know one way out of here, but it's a long way on hands and knees.
Yeah, I think that's the only way. So, I think we're
They've
safe to
shown
trust
good
them.
intent to us this far. I don't see why they would go against us now.
Yeah.
Before we all long rest, I think the max hit points I gave to people with aid
you-
has now
yeah.
worn off
When
for
you
sure.
press long rest, it should automatically take it off.
Oh, does it? Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm in agreement. The mayor seems less useful than the guards.
Definitely.
Sure.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, good night, guys. I'm gonna just. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Kaya's already lying down asleep.
She's drunk
This
on honey.
moss is very comfy. It's dry. It's not sticky. But you seemingly left it alone. It's comfy, springy. Lie down, take a long rest.
When like the lights go out and everyone's starting to sleep, Darian will say, "Well, I do think we should maybe give it a shot. Just living down here. I'm still not giving up that idea. It's quite comfy down here. I don't know about you guys." And then he then hears the silence and then thinks, "All right then," and rolls over and tries to go to sleep.
Anyone staying awake to take watch? No. All taking a long rest. Okay.
Are any of the elves or people that can take 4-hour trances doing a 4-hour trance instead of an 8-hour rest? Okay. 8-hour rests it is.
It was a busy day yesterday.
Agree.
Guys, close your eyes. You can listen to the sputtering of candles and the humming of the bees.
Peaceful.
White noise.
Kaya, it seems like moments go past as you feel somebody, like you feel footsteps coming closer to you, and then somebody jumps on you. As you feel like the weight of a small person hug you.
No, it's
As you open your eyes, you see the beaming face of Boone, chubby-cheeked, as he hugs you. As you open your eyes, you see like the sort of lit up face of Glath, as she is like wide-eyed, jaw hanging down here, just like open mouth, just sort of stood in the entranceway of this little cave that you're in.
Didn't I say everything always looks better in the morning?
Yeah, you could say that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Um,
Pretty much.
you see Boone, he's like in your face, like, he's like, so there's this man, and he came out of a tree, and like the tree just like opened, and then like he came out of it, and he said that you guys were safe and we should follow him, and Glaff pulled out a knife, and then he sort of dropped his staff he was holding, and then Hawkeen flew over and like scratched at him a little bit, and then there was a little bit of a tussle and like lots of arms flapped, and then I got up and was like, everyone stop, and everyone stopped, and it was like the best thing ever. And then we went with him, and then we had to like fall onto this like springy moss down a hole, and then we're here.
Wow. I mean,
he's
that's
like-
pretty cool. It sounds like you were the integral. You were like in charge. You were like the hero.
I was a little bit.
That's
He's like,
awesome.
hey, so we now live here, I guess.
I mean, not forever,
Italian
but
perk up.
just until it's safe to go home. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely coming back here.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe you could talk to the guy who did the tree thing. Maybe you could chat to him and like ask him how he, got his like special abilities, and maybe he could train you to be like him, so you could stay.
Yeah, he's pretty cross at the moment.
Well, I imagine if he, but I mean, it's his own fault. Maybe it's our fault a little bit. We maybe could have gave them some sort of, but we to let everybody know what was going to happen, or just at least some sort of password or something. But we had a big day. We had a lot of adventures too. There was a goblet, not a goblin, big ones, orcs.
Orcs.
Thank you. Yeah.
Big ones, big goblins.
There was a big orc and some pirates, and then there was the ship fired at us, and there was blue tentacle giant snake. It was really cool. So we'd had a big day too, and we were just a bit tired.
He's just like, slacken jaw as you're telling him this. He's like, yeah, we heard the cannons. We thought you were in trouble.
I mean, we were a little in trouble, but we were okay.
Oh, that's good. Give me an insight check, Kaya.
That is a 40.
Cool. You can see like around his mouth is like sticky.
Oh,
And
been
as
eating
you,
honey.
yeah, it's amazing. It is, and the guy said I could have as much as I liked, and
That's good. But just make
yeah.
sure to balance it out, because otherwise it will rot your teeth.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, as you realise that his hands are covered in honey, and he's hugged you.
Fantastic. That's
Um,
do
yeah.
you know where the angry man is now?
Yeah, he said he had to go and see his queen.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know we had a queen.
Well, she's a very large bee lady, and she's very cool, but just be a little bit delicate when you ask her questions, because sometimes she doesn't like too many questions.
Okay.
Okay. Be very polite.
Glath is now like sort of approached, sat next to you, sort of like back against the wall. And she's like just taking in what you've said, and as Boone like sort of settles down, he like you see a lonely bee fly into the thing, and they get like he's sort of doing a similar thing to what Squawkson was doing, where he catches the bee, lets it go, and then the bee flies around, and then it comes back and bothers him, and he catches it again and sort of lets go.
He's playing with the bees.
Yeah. As Glath sort of listens to your story for like 5 minutes, and then she sort of says, I thought you guys had failed when we heard the cannons, but
No,
yeah.
sorry.
It's just glad you're okay.
Hey,
But we'll
you too.
get him settled, and we'll get some sleep and see what we can do in the morning.
Yeah.
As this is happening, Blue.
Yeah.
You feel like tapping on the side of your face. Pretty hard. Stops. Then it's scratching.
Ah, okay. What? Oh, you're right, buddy.
Yeah, I think I pissed off somebody.
Oh, who and why and how?
I think his name's Ulrich.
Oh, well, you know what they say about the birds and the bees, so.
No, not getting inspiration.
Nope.
In fact, if you have inspiration, take it off.
No, how dare you? I'm not gonna be that rude.
Yeah, as Hawking tells you that he attacked a druid who came out of a tree, startled him, he attacked, asked questions later.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were doing what you thought was right. I mean, that's, yeah, I don't fault you, mate. He's already pretty cut up. 1 or 2 more is not going to work.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. Anything you
Yeah,
need?
come on. No, come on then, buddy. And I'll grab him and bear hug him a little and then snuggle in, little teddy bear style.
Give me an insight check.
Oh yeah, I don't need to. He hates it. 14 plus 3, 17.
You get the thing that he does every single time, which is he pretends to hate it, but actually secretly loves it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, you stop this, as you like, and then just sort of stops. Yeah. As you guys get a long rest, although Kaya seems like she wants to fight something.
No, sorry, my sheet was like not letting me click anything, and then suddenly it clicked that in typical my
I'm a
luck.
bird.
Yeah.
You guys can take a long rest.
Oh, I'll do it.
Hooray!
Well, guys.
Just checking you're not going to be like, and then we're going to cut there.
No.
Why are you checking?
I'm not. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, you guys wake up. It's dim light of the candles flickering. Not sure what time it is.
Right. Shall we look to make a move?
We've not even got like dressed already yet. I'm gonna use the dripping water as a shower and try and get some of the sticky off me.
It's a very slow shower process.
Oh yeah. Probably very cold too.
Yeah.
Endure.
But yeah, you can sort of stand there,
Yeah.
collect water for a minute, and then sort of
Cheeky sink
put it on
wash.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can do it. Yeah, get washed.
I'm doing it.
So interesting.
I'll have a bit of honey. I'll start eating a bit of honey, I think, and just until I feel a bit sick, probably.
Yeah, you go out, leave this little room, go out, find into the big hive.
Does anyone actually? I'll go back quickly and ask. Does anyone have any like a jar or anything, or like a vial or anything that I can store?
I have some vials that you can borrow.
Ah, perfect. Thank you, Z. And I'll take 2, and I'm gonna just scoop up and collect some honey in some vials.
Okay, cool. Give me a sleight of hand check. And also, sorry, I should say, can I have a survival check first, and then a sleight of hand check?
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just survival. That is a 23.
Nice.
And then the sleight of hand. That was going to be my sleight of hand, but now this is the sleight of hand. And quite high too. That is a 25.
Nice. You use your instincts. You go out into the hive and you sort of look around, seeing where things are, what the bees are doing, and you notice them like they've sort of like progressing over a section of the honeycomb, and they seem to have capped off loads of it, and then sort of left it. And you go up to the bit at the other end of where they're capped. So they're capping like left to right. You go furthest to the right, begin scooping the honey out of that, and expertly do it without trying to get too much honeycomb in or damaging the comb. And you do a fantastic job. You collect a jar of honey in about 10 minutes,
Nice.
going from like place to place, and you sort of expertly wait for the bees to move out of the way before trying to scoop up the honey. You don't aggravate them at all. They seem to be quite calm around your presence, and you take honey, no problem at all.
It's like I've done this before. I know, yeah. And I'll do that and store it in my backpack.
Cool. Sweet. Kaya, Saber, Z, what are you guys doing?
I don't know. I think I'm probably just gonna sit and wait and just think about what might be about to happen. I'm going over the spells I know. I've changed one or two just to maybe fit the up and coming fight that we might be having to some more useful things, and that's sort of it. I'm just sort of mentally preparing for battle. Yeah.
Kaya would like to go over to Z, if she may, and have a chat. And just sort of say, so Boone arrived last night, and he said that Ulrich managed to open a tree and transport. So I don't know if we can maybe have a chat with Ulrich and see what he can do. Maybe he could sneak us in.
Yeah, if that could be possible, that would save us a lot of time and give us possibly the chance of surprise.
Yeah. So maybe
Kaya.
we should go and try and speak to him first.
Yeah, brilliant. Could I just ask you, the battle and battles we're just about to face, what you did to me when we were fighting the Bollywogs?
Yeah.
Can I please ask you not to do that again when we're fighting these pirates?
Oh no, yeah. No, well, the Bollywogs they were innocent, weren't they? Really. So unless we suddenly find out that the people in the town are secretly evil and the pirates are taking out a great evil, which I just don't feel like is really the case, I wouldn't do that. See, I only really did that because it was the only way to make you both stop. Whereas I don't think we really want to stop attacking the pirates. So yeah, I won't do that unless it's something really dire. Like if say somebody was like disguised as somebody that you didn't like and you went to attack them, or if I knew that you were under influence from somebody else, I might do it just to try and protect you from hurting yourself or somebody else that we care about. But I wouldn't do it just yeah.
Okay. I can't tell you right now because now's not the time, but I promise you these pirates are evil.
Okay, I trust you, so.
Yeah, I second that. As a little.
So Z after that would love just quickly to go over to Saber. On the way, just quickly down her strength mutagen. So it's taken charge already, taken effect already. Saber,
Yes.
Take this.
Okay.
This will give you a minute of. Do you know what the haste spell is?
I think I'm aware of it. It's going to make me a little bit quicker, I bet.
Yes. If the shit is hitting the fan and you need to help people, take this, and it will help. And I hand Saber the potion of speed.
Cool.
Nice.
I've got a bit extra I'd like to add to my thing, if that's okay.
Say no.
DM, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, to everyone but Saber. Can my washing... First of all, I want to go through a little... whatever the opposite of an existential crisis is. An eye-opening. As a spell that I've not used before.
An epiphany.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, you can have my inspiration.
Already got inspiration.
As long as Saber doesn't have it, that's fine. Yeah, I want to. At one point, I've been like maybe gargling some of the slow water drips and realizing, hey, what if we could breathe water? That'd be cool. Oh wait, maybe if I think about something for 10 minutes whilst doing water-related tasks, I can ritual cast water breathing on up to 10 creatures that I can see within 30 feet. Which I believe you can describe this room as 10 feet. So yeah, can I cast water breathing on the entire party, including myself, these guys, Squawkson, Boone, and Glaff? Even though I'm sure Glaff will not appreciate that in the same way that we will, because they'll probably just not go in the water ever. Maybe.
How long does it last? Sorry.
24 hours.
Oh yeah, baby.
Do we grow gills or anything like that, or is it just?
Yeah, how does that work?
No one else will. Everyone else will just be able to breathe water, but Saber will have weird gills.
You
and a fin?
Yes.
You begin to ritually cast this spell. Are you announcing to everyone you're casting this, or are you just doing it?
Not initially. Like, I see like Darian walk out and be like, oh damn it, oh he's gone. But then like I feel like within 10 minutes he'll come back and I'll be like, oh sweet, like yeah, there's maybe I can get it on everyone. That'd be cool. And if not, maybe I could just hold off until everyone was in sight and then release.
Yeah. Just checking something. Yeah, it's fine. I was just checking to make sure that it doesn't. You are still able to breathe air when you cast a spell, but you are. So yeah, you cast it.
That would be terrible if we all just died.
Everyone's clambering for this tiny trickle.
You all, you see 3 flaps appear on each of your necks, on either side. Doesn't hurt, doesn't sting, you don't even realise it happens until you see somebody else with the afflicted mark. As you realise that, yeah, you all got this now. You've got a set of gills.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome.
Guys, I just did a thing.
Talking
You
about
did.
with all this spreading the love, I don't want to manage your spells, Saber, but a nice little aid for everyone wouldn't go amiss as well, just to spruce us all up a little bit.
Yes, I was planning on doing that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to. Sorry to.
No. I'm always interested to know how to suck eggs.
I just wanted to make sure that we had someone that knew what they were doing.
No, not me. Not at all.
Too real.
Yeah, I will cast aid at 3rd level, given every. Hang on, let me double check that it's because I think.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
really treating us.
She'll give everybody no. Oh God, here we go. Yeah, so I've been a bit naughty with this because I realised the other day that I actually only get three creatures within range.
When you think you know somebody.
Yeah.
When you think
Okay.
you know
It's all good.
somebody.
So
You won't lose any tears from it, so it's fine.
the 3 with the lowest hit points, not including me.
Saber, absolutely, you should be on it.
Oh,
Yes, I agree.
okay. Okay, so
If
me,
you go
Darian,
down,
and
we
Saber
can't
and
get back up.
Well,
okay,
it's
so
the
me
boys.
for who?
If it's the lowest, it's the lowest is I think me at 45, and Darian also at 45, and then you at 50, and then the other two are in the 60s.
I'm 40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was 50.
I'm
I'm 50 with the aid.
Oh, with the aid, right.
I'm
What are you
also
doing?
46.
Are you? Okay, I've not refreshed. My bad.
No, that's all right. We'll get you later. So yeah, me and 2 other people with the lowest. I'm
The
sorry
only
for
thing
those.
I'd say about blue is that blue can turn into things. To
You
give
don't have to
yourself
do
a...
me if you don't want.
Can't-
It's not like you
so-
killed me.
So,
I'm not.
so-
I'm.
so
sorry,
all of-
sorry, I was saying that
all
above
of the
table.
elves, all of
Sorry.
the elves are going to get 10 more hit points.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Oh.
Not that I'm racist or anything.
Yes, no, I always thought that, but okay.
10 more.
10 more hit points.
Makes
Juicy.
complete sense, Saber.
Don't worry, Zig,
Thank
it's
you.
a height thing. They're just jealous.
Oh, I am.
Probably yes.
I am jealous.
As you cast aid and blue casts water breathing, as you're having the sort of discussion, you see Ulrich appear. All of his wounds have cleared up, except he's now got a big scratch from the top of his head down to his chin that's sort of like just broken the skin, like enough. It's not deep, it's not like gouged in, but you can see like someone scratched him, like 2 visible claw marks as he sort of enters this sort of entranceway to this smaller cave. He goes, right, well, it's just, the sun's just setting. Do we want to move on? When do you want to go?
Is there any information come back from the bees yet, or?
Yes. He will give me one moment. I'll go and speak to the bees. And he dashes out.
What did I say about talk to the bees?
Talk amongst yourselves for 30 seconds.
Boopity boop bop, boop bop, beep boop.
Good. Is that
Would casting Shield of Faith help you out there? A bit closer to the time, Blue. I can give you some extra armor points.
I think it depends who's soaking up the hits, I guess, for the most part. If I'm further back, then maybe not, but if I'm right in the middle of things, then maybe.
Okay. Alright. I'll bear that in mind.
Really wouldn't mind getting some of this, some gunpowder.
Oh, that's I could. Can I? Now, I'm gonna ask the DM. Can I cast aid again at 2nd level on the last 2 members of the party, giving them 5 additional hit points?
Yeah, it's not concentration, is it?
No, it's not.
No, get it.
Should we do that? You guys fancy 5 additional hit points?
How many spell slots have you got? You might. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just more about how
Are
many
these
spell slots.
slots?
I've not got many.
Are they more useful as healing spells rather than temporary hit point spells?
Potentially, yeah. I don't have a lot of. I have nothing at 2nd level that does any damage apart from magic weapon, which I won't be using. Everything is healing. I've got spiritual weapon, but I can class it at a higher level or lower level. No, I can't.
Ulrich comes back to the entranceway. spoken to the bees. It looks like there is a patrol around the mayor's um, stately home house. It's about 6 guards on patrol, but the bees think there's more inside. At the guard, there's lots more at the guard camp, and they think one of the captains is there.
Ooh,
Right.
They know which one? Any
No.
physical description?
Twitching, big hat.
That means nothing to us right now.
He's a captain, I guess.
I reckon we go to the guards, take one of the captains out early, cut its head off, and show him to the rest of the pirates, and show them what we're about.
Well, I mean, the bees might have taken out the cannons by the time we do that, so that might also be a pretty good distraction. Maybe that'll be a thing that they'll know about. I don't know. Maybe they'll bring
Ulrich, is there a tree? I overheard that you rescued the 3 from last night via some gateway through a tree. Do you have that? Do you have that available to use now? Could you get us to the other side of the town quickly, so we could possibly have the bonus of surprise?
Can't. We'd have to go travel a bit to the other side of town, but I could. Well, no, there's trees this side. It's not far enough. It's too far for me to do it. I can do it for a distance, but I need. Yeah, I can do it. I can get you close enough as an element of surprise, but we'd need to travel round the town to get there first before I can do it.
Okay, that's brilliant. That would be
Have we-
fantastic.
Have we established what sort of signal we're doing to signal for the bees to distract or disable the cannons, or do we
I think
just
they would just go in at daylight as we were.
right? Okay, fair enough.
Right, well then, guys, early bird catches worm.
Speaking
Let's
of,
get it done.
if we need any kind of alert system, I can always send Hawkeen. Sorry again, Ulrich. He was just, I ordered him to protect, and he didn't know you. So sorry about that. My bad.
I get it. It's all right. No hard feelings.
Guys, quickly, do we want to take Glass with us?
Glaf, do you want to come with us? Maybe you could, I don't know. It sounds like we're going in guns blazing. I know you wanted someone to take care of Boone. Maybe they could stay.
I think Boone
here.
is. Boone is safe here.
Ulrich,
I
is
think
there anyone
Boone's
that
safe
you
here
know?
too, and
Yeah. Awesome.
I can come give you a hand, show you how to do it properly.
Anything you could teach
Steady
me,
on
I
now.
humbly accept. Please, I only look to do better and notice where I fail.
Yeah.
As long as
long-
Glass, you're not playing the long game, and you're
Play-
actually part of the pirates.
Insight check. Insight check.
Give me an insight check if you want.
Look for a brand. Oh, they're made of fire.
I mean,
How do you brand what is fire?
We did check the brands when we first met her, but yeah, sure, check again.
I just rolled
They also
a
knew about
Be on the
14.
inside of her lip.
14. The inside of her lip.
14. Darren, you look at her. She, as soon as you say that, she bursts out laughing.
There's that glass.
She said, "Yeah." Seriously, guys. She's like, if you don't want me to come, that's fine. But if I was a pirate, do you think I would have tried to kill you by now?
Well, when you look at us, we are quite intimidating, especially myself. So, and I just thought maybe, I don't know. Also, another thing, I don't want to come
your
along and
initial
feel
reaction,
inadequate.
Glass, was good enough for me. Let's get this on.
Just make sure you can keep up, all right?
Z is positively itching to go,
She's buzzing.
especially with the word of the captain being there.
Kaya, give yourself inspiration.
Thanks.
Wait, I missed it. What happened?
I said that she's
See-
positively buzzing.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you.
Um, Yeah. You guys begin to head off. As you walk through the hive, there is this palpable pulsing of buzzing coming from the hive. It's just just this pulsing of buzzing and humming as you guys walk back through this maze. Ulrich is leading the charge with a he's holding a candle, which he soon puts out after about 3 seconds when he realizes that Glath is behind him and is taken off the cloak and handed that back to you now, Kaya, and is literally sort of pulsing with red light. You guys walk through the hive. As you get to as you go through to the tunnel, you sort of have to go on your hands and knees again. As you will crawl through single file back through this tunnel. You exit the other side. You see this opening in the ceiling. It is nighttime. You can see stars in the sky through this hole in the ceiling.
Thank God. It's been so long.
Ulrich turns to you and says, "Well, this is going to be the hardest part of the problem. I can transform into a bee, fly up. Have you got rope?"
Well, yeah.
Kaya is loaded. Don't you?
Kaya has so much rope, and we made sure we got it back from the last guy.
We don't even need to. Pretty sure she's still got about 18 bundles.
He will take some of Kaya's rope and transform into a bee, fly up, and then a few seconds later you see a rope drop down, and then him shout down, I've tied it to a tree. You should be okay.
Oh, this is going to be a bad time for me, I think.
I'm not sure I understand what's happening here. He's taking a rope up a tree?
I'm going to climb the rope.
We need a rope
He's-
to get out of the hole.
The only way
Right.
out of this cave is through the ceiling. He's flown up with a rope and chucked the rope down.
Okay, I understand. My bad.
Yeah, I will try and climb the rope.
Yeah, let's maybe do lightest people first, just in case the rope breaks. So maybe me,
Well-
Saber, and Z hang back a little.
No,
No?
we need to test the strength of the rope
Do we?
and make sure. Yeah, I think if it's not tied on, then he can have another go at getting it tied on.
Alright, but the bigger you are, the harder you fall, right?
We don't really have a great deal of choice, to be fair. We've got to go this way.
He starts climbing the rope.
Okay, sorry.
All of you give me athletics checks.
Gah, that's what I knew was coming.
Everyone. Can I guide
Not
us?
Oh
acrobatic.
my God.
Oh, I need that guidance. That's a +4, isn't it?
I'm giving you a-
Oh god, I got a minus
I think
one.
this dice is in jail.
Oh, nat 20. I'll take that because I got a minus one.
Oh, shit.
21.
Athletics is good.
Can I have that +4, please? Can I have guidance, please?
Fine, I'm my bloody guy.
Here, Saber, I know that you're pitiful. You deserve
Chris, if Z gets up with a 21, can she be watching everyone come up the line as soon as she sees anyone starts to struggle? Z will start pulling the line in.
Fine. So Z, you climb up first. Expertly climb this rope. As you go over the top of the lip, you look back down. You see Glath has run, jumped, kicked off the smash caved in entrance, grabbed halfway up and is now climbing the rope with just her arms. Gets up and sort of expertly clambers up the rope out. then lies on her stomach and like nods at you to do like she does the same thing with the rope. Sort of grabs hold of the rope, readying it for someone to be pulled up. Darian, you do the same sort of like run, jump up the rope. Not quite as expertly as Glath, but like sort of shimmy your way up this rope. She'll give you a hand at the top. You just come over the lip.
I would have
Who's
said
next?
to her, I totally had that. Don't worry. Help me out.
Can I use my inspiration, please?
She can.
Because my natural 2 for an unnatural 1 was not quite what I wanted. So I will.
Seeing as Glath and Z are holding the rope, you can all the rest of you can roll with advantage. So don't use your inspiration. Just roll another dice and take the higher.
Oh, I will definitely take the 17.
So with the advantage I have rolled and the guidance, I have rolled 22. Thank you.
Clang, 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 clang.
I got an 18, but I still want to go last.
Cool. Yeah, the three of you.
Ready to catch me.
It's a bit more tricky with Z and Glath, like pulling in the rope, helping everyone up, and then throwing the rope back down. You guys all clamber out of the hole into the fresh, salty air of the night.
Don't do it.
No.
No, a bit more.
Oh,
bit longer.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to end it. I was just I was sort of shaking his head from
I
know. I'm always afraid that's what you're gonna do, though.
I know.
Anytime it's been
And that's
like
where we're
30
going to leave it
minutes, I'm just
tonight.
like,
No, it's not where we're going to leave it tonight. Keep going.
So yeah, you appear at the top of this. So you're like here on the map. Ulrich turns to you. Right. How do you want to progress? Do we want to walk around the outskirts of town? What are we doing?
Wow, I have some thoughts on this. We can all now have these girls. Should we try swimming under the ships and cutting across?
I'm sorry you weren't here before, Ulrich. Yeah, I made us all able to breathe underwater. I'm sure you have the capability of something as a great druid that you presumably are.
I'd be more
Glath,
worried
I don't
about
know
Glass.
Yeah, Glath, I'm not sure how you feel about it. You can breathe underwater. That's the thing. Sorry about that.
I still have our ring, so I can lend that out if we want to, or we could split people up and send some people underneath the ships and some people.
Well, I just feel
try and rescue the soldiers.
I just feel like swimming under the water, cutting across the bay, is going to be the safest option for not running into patrols before and getting into a fight before we need to.
I mean, we were also at one point talking about the half-finished ships within the shipyard building.
The dry dock, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it was just an idea.
That's a very good idea, Saber. No, dismissing it. Just.
But the idea of what? Because I remember you saying you wanted to light them on fire and maybe use them as a ram.
Maybe not that one. That's not the idea.
I did say that.
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe that was me, but I
feel that we will be quieter under the water, so maybe walking along the bottom is a good shout.
But Glath, are you okay with that?
If she's got the bubblehead ring on, it will protect her.
No, did you not cast it on her too?
I did cast
she's
it on her
got.
too.
She can breathe.
Yeah.
She looks at you.
Comfortable.
She looks at you each in turn. She just goes.
By the way, you're practically glowing.
She like flashes her eyes at you.
Yes,
this is gonna suck, but
I thought you were going to show us how it's done.
Exactly.
Doesn't sound like a very can-do attitude.
Give me a persuasion check, Saber.
With any advantage from us all giving little, like, do it a boon?
Persuasion.
If you want to. Yeah, you can give advantage.
To be fair, is that persuasion, was it?
I'll tap
So-
a hand on his back and give him guidance too, if that's allowed.
I'll give you the advantage, not the guidance.
That's fair enough.
Alright,
What a
so
merciful lord.
I'll move that dice out of the way so I don't knock it. Okay, so that's going to be 17.
17. She sort of lifts her head. Yeah, all right, we can go under the water.
That's the spirit.
It's a long way.
We do brave things to protect our town and the people we love, so I think it would help.
We should use the rope so that we don't get lost under the water. We can create a daisy chain, if you like,
Yeah, sure.
seeing as we've got lots and lots of rope. That's my suggestion.
Let's get going. The sun's going to come up soon.
You guys head
run.
down towards the beach. Ulrich finds a path down this like 30-foot drop. Like this, he expertly knows the area, so sort of guides
Sorry.
you guys. Oh, go on.
Before we go, can I give Glass my cloak back to make sure she's not glowing as a
Yeah,
big target to the
Yeah,
I was
ship?
gonna say,
Yeah.
you've got mine as well, so you could just give them that if you really wanted. But yeah, there's 2 cloaks that are free.
Yeah. Sorry.
Cool. She takes the cloak, puts it on to you guys. I'm going. Ulrich expertly directs his way down to the off this cliff, and then down towards the beach. Can I have a stealth check from everybody, please?
8.
Glath got a 6.
Oh, maybe I should use that spell.
I'm using my inspiration.
Oh yeah, I should use.
16.
Stealth, you say? It's a nat 20 for a
Okay.
19.
23.
Okay, so 20, 23 from Z. Darian,
16.
16. Kaya,
15 with my inspiration.
Saber,
8.
8. Okay, and Glath rolls 6. Ulrich. I've got some nice, pretty yellow dice for him.
Nice.
And he rolled a natural 1. Amazing. So,
got
you
the
guys.
scenes
Since I
down.
gave you inspiration before, you could use it on Aldrin.
Yeah, I'm not going to. You expertly pin your way down to the path, down this winding path. He, at one point, slips down a bank as you get towards the beach. He slips, and yells out, and you guys all freeze, staring at the ships, but nothing happens as you guys progress further down into the darkness and towards the beach. You get to the beach. You can see the ships. Ulrich, he gestures to you guys. Well, in fact, no, he would have done it while he was walking. He ritually casts water breathing on himself, so he gets a pair of gills. And you guys proceed into the water.
Just I want to
You
say,
want to
just
tie a
before-
rope.
Sorry, just before Darian enters the water,
Mhm.
as he approaches, he kind of goes down on one knee, and he scoops some water up, and he goes, "It's been a while, long friend, a good friend," and he splashes it. It splashes some water in his face, and it's been a while since he's been seabound, I guess. So yeah, he appreciates the saltiness on his lips.
Nice. Did you guys want to tie rope around yourselves? Was that the idea that you wanted to do that?
I
Tie
think
yourself
that's-
together.
Onto the rope, not tie. Hold.
Yeah, I
Just
think we
hold
just
on.
have to hold it.
Cool. As you guys enter the water, Glath in the middle of the pack. As she steps into the water, there's hissing noises, just it's coming off her. And as she puts like as you go underneath the water and turn to look at her, you see her hair, which is like she's got shaved head on one side and like long hair which like sweeps down. You see it turns to like almost stone as she enters the water, as it like hardens and like almost like when lava hits water, it turns to this like black obsidian like rock and goes heavy, and you can see her grimacing, and you know she's not looking the best as you guys enter the water. Now, are you guys wanting to swim, or did you want to go to the bottom and walk across?
I think we're bare minimum going low and swimming across. If not, it depends how deep it is, I guess.
Okay.
Pretty deep. If there's three massive
We're not on the
ships-
surface.
Yeah.
How?
I think
I
it'd
don't
be
know.
easier to walk.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm that buoyant. So
Yeah, you're sinking. I'm sinking.
yeah, I don't know that I've got much choice other than the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, we'll just walk
bay.
along the floor then.
Yeah.
That's
Can
bad.
just go? Can I see that? Is she taking damage from being in the water?
Glaff.
No.
No. Okay.
If it provides any respite to them, as long as it doesn't produce a visible flame, which I doubt it would, can I somehow try and use produce flame? Maybe if I'm just behind Glaff or just in front, try and use my produce flame spell periodically to just give them a little bit of relief in this. I don't think it will do much, if anything at all, but
Give me an insight check, Blue.
yeah, boy. It's an 8 plus something. 3. 11.
It's not so much that she's not taking damage from it. You think it looks like it's the weight of this new like rock formation that's landed on top of her head,
Right.
and the fact that she's like, yeah, and the fact that she maybe like the water around her is it's very warm. It's almost boiling. Yeah.
It's just done it worse then. Alright, well, I tried.
Yeah.
I'll give
You're not
my
sure
guidance
what a
anyway.
produce flame will do to help, but cool. As you sort of like exit off the beach, you see like it gradually goes out like at a gentle slope, and then all of a sudden drops off. And as you look, that drop is further than you can see.
Alright. I'll keep an eye on Saber and Z and heavy people, and if I see people sinking very fast, then I will probably turn into a snake and try and use my force to be able to keep us at a somewhat steady level, even if they're just sort of dragging my lower back down. There's something to grab onto, and I'll bite the front of the rope or something and hold onto that as well.
Okay. You guys can feel this water being taken in through your gills and expelled again, as you can still breathe underwater. Everything is eerie, and your ears and fill up with water, and everything's muffled.
Can we still talk?
I would say so. Maybe it sounds a bit bubbly.
I'm not sure.
Unless the
I think it's
DM says otherwise, yes, we can.
I mean, his immediate reaction was a no.
Mine was
It's
a yes
good.
then.
Yeah, but you're not the DM. You're just a.
It's shared
peasant.
storytelling, guys. Sorry. You're the master of your own destiny.
I'm gonna say no, purely because the spell doesn't specifically say that
you can. Doesn't say that
you can,
either.
and my intention would be that you can breathe underwater, but therefore talking would be just bubbly, like you were trying to talk underwater.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to try to do it without,
What if-
and you couldn't breathe underwater.
What if we all open our minds? Now that we've learned how to do it. Now that the Bee Queen taught us all to open our minds and communicate telepathically, we can just
Then
do
we'd
that,
just
right?
be spectral projections in front of ourselves, talking to each other under the water.
Yeah.
Let's
Probably at
just
least one of the other party
let's
members'
just
frustration.
let's just put a pin in that and then keep walking
Yeah.
floating,
soldier
being
on.
dragged.
We
Yeah.
get to
begin
the
to
side of the
swim.
river.
Yeah, you begin to swim. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. And I need one person to roll a d20 for me.
That's not it.
Me becoming a snake was conditional. Did I have to become a snake?
I won't know until the Constitution saving throw results.
Okay.
I've rolled
Am I
a
using my stats for the
18.
snakes?
18. What from Saber?
11.
11.
14.
5. 14.
5.
And a 5. Okay. Cool. It's hard work. It's incredibly hard work. You're fighting not only the current, but you're also fighting the fact that some of you are carrying lots of equipment. Like Saber is in full plate, or some plate armor that is dragging him down. He's having to work quite hard against this. You're then dragging other people with you with this rope, and it's getting quite tough. But nobody is sinking to the bottom of the sea. Nobody is struggling. You're struggling, but nobody's going down. You're all sort of helping each other go across.
Okay. How far have we got?
Yeah, well, we have to do this for a while.
Last question. Hang on, go back.
Oh, that's funny.
Who rolled the d20?
No one.
No one.
I'll do it.
Someone roll a d20.
Yeah,
Me.
I don't want to do it because I'll roll low and we'll end up still
14
by the beach.
14. Okay, cool. It's fine. You continue swimming. I need one more Constitution saving throw from everybody.
So, I don't think I turned into a snake, so I'm still going to be me.
That's
You didn't turn into a snake.
That's slightly
Yeah,
better.
one sank, so we're good.
And 18.
18 from Darian.
13.
13.
13.
Oh, 15.
15 and Blue.
9.
9. You swim across. Feels like it's forever before you see the other side of this drop beginning to slope upwards quite sharply, and you can begin to walk on solid ground again, and the sand beneath your feet as you walk, and you arrive on the other side of the sea. Heads bursting out of the water, and you arrive roughly there.
Cool.
And that's where we're going to
No,
end
we
tonight's
beeline.
session.
No, we beeline. We go. We
Nope.
attack.
We
go
rush.
initiative. We fight. Okay, I get a D20. I rolled a 20. I wasted it. Damn it.
That is where we're going to end tonight's session. You guys can do some big fighting or whatever you want to do next session. But yeah, thanks for watching, and again, thank you guys for coming along and playing some D&D. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
See you later.